I am the Pumpkin King. Welcome to another edition of Unpopular Reviews. It's me, the next Doctor, and this time, the Pumpkin King. That's right, we are doing The Nightmare Before Christmas. This was my pick, and it's a great movie, and I can't wait to we get into it with you. It stars Jack Skellington, a man trying to find himself. Does he do it? Are the repercussions? Let's find out. Now, what we're going to do here is bring in the executive consultant.
Are you sure you seemed confused when you did that?
Well, I'm absolutely sure.
Okay.
Don't question the Pumpkin King.
Sure. Is TMBC a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? Answer, please. I would say is a Christmas movie because Christmas ultimately prevailed in this movie. But I can also see how somebody would say Halloween movie. So my vote is for Christmas movie, but I'm not going to insult, I'll say, somebody who says Halloween.
Listen, this movie encompasses both. Why does it have to be put into a box? It is a great movie that spans both seasons. Jack Skellington, The Nightmare Before Christmas, comes out in October 1993. And it was originally released under Touchstone Pictures because Disney thought it would be too dark and scary for kids, which I understand. I mean, Tim Burton, he is known for that. You know, the year before he did Batman Returns, you know, definitely one of the darker Batmen. You know, this one definitely was killing some people, unlike the newer one that just hurts, you know. But he has done some lighter fare, too. He directed Pee-wee's Big Adventure. But this movie stars Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King, who is at the top of his game. You know, everyone in town knows it. You know, let's know his name, the Pumpkin King. So, but he's had enough of it. You know, he likes it, but he wants more, something different. So he goes on a little journey to find himself, and he stumbles upon what we know as portals to different holidays. And what strikes his fancy? A Christmas tree. He goes in there and he finds Christmas Town. It's joy. What is this? What is this? What is this? This is a Disney movie. So yes, it definitely has a lot of songs in it. You know, it's essentially a musical, you know, classic Disney format. And, you know, he decides, you know what? I'm the Pumpkin King. I can do what I want. I am going to take Christmas. I am now Christmas. And a lot of stuff ensues. But I think I've done enough talking thus far. Executive consultant, what say ye?
Big credit to Henry Selick, too. Hey, so here's what I say. He found a portal that led to different worlds and dimensions. Multiverse before the multiverse. I don't know what we want to call it. But he found different holidays, right? And he saw Christmas. And he said, I want to steal that Christmas joy. Kind of like the Grinch, but not so much like the Grinch, because at the same time, I feel like he admired it to a certain extent, which is why he was intrigued by it, which is why he was singing by it. But what you did not see in the movie was they discovered another portal, right, where he saw and he entered and he said, I want to steal that joy. And that portal was right here in Orlando, Florida, where I live, where he saw me smiling and said, we can't have that. That's what happened, right? He saw me smiling, watching some interesting movies, interesting pictures, you know, kind of like Sister Act, like we saw last week, Class Act, like I wanted to pick instead, but I decided to go with Sister Act, and said, "You mother effer, why would you pick this? Did you not see me? I'm going to steal your joy. I'm going to have this movie, which is a combination of Beetlejuice and Batman Returns meets How the Grinch I Stole Christmas." Right? And I'm going to make you watch me, and I'm going to sing, and I'm going to do it through my avatar. I'm going to do it through my person. I'm going to do it through my emissary. As James would say, that's a deep cut for the Star Trek Deep Space Nine fans. And that emissary is in the form of this Pumpkin King, the next Doctor. Why'd you pick this movie? I don't like musicals. Everybody knows this. But you had to pick a musical. I don't like animated movies. Everybody knows this. But you had to pick an animated movie. The only thing that's going to be a saving grace for you is that it was an hour and 19 minutes. And most of the time, you mofos, we gotta pick a movie I know I can't stand, pick some movie for 2 freaking hours. I couldn't find anything I liked about this movie. I really couldn't. I didn't like Jack. I didn't like the woman. I didn't like the little doctor person making people. I didn't like the little bug ghost guy. I didn't like Santa Claus. I didn't like anything about this movie. That's why y'all don't want to watch. Because y'all are happy. Y'all want to come and click this and say, oh, it's a cult classic. I watched this when I was a kid, which was last week. I watched this when I was a kid, and I loved it. Oh, I'm glad y'all talking about it. I didn't like it. Didn't like it. That's a spoiler. Didn't like it. There was nothing intriguing about this movie.
I don't understand why you would even say that. I know that you like Disney movies, okay? Those are animated. There's singing in them. I know that you like Disney movies, so this should be right up your alley. Only thing that was different is that this was claymation or stop motion. Sorry, not claymation, stop motion. And that's one of the reasons why it was so short, because the stop motion takes a lot of effort, especially back then, to get done. So, you're not going to have a true feature film length because it just takes so much effort to get it out there. But it was still a respectable length. And I think still with the animation, if you upscale it to 4K, it still holds up because of the stop motion, physical stuff.
I'll give you that. The animation style I didn't like when I first watched the commercials about 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago. But today, I think it still holds up. I'll give you 100% right. That has nothing to do with it. And I do like Disney movies, even from that time period. I love Aladdin. I love The Lion King. I love The Little Mermaid. I love Hercules. I love Mulan. Some of these movies came out before. Some of these movies came out after. And they were also musicals. So I'll give you that. Shout out to you for calling me on my hypocrisy. I wasn't a fan, man. Just wasn't a fan.
Listen, you wanted to hate just like townspeople were hating when Sandy was about to get her kiss right at the very end. They just crashed through like, hey, Jack's back. The whole movie, she's trying to get her groove on. She's like Stella, but she never got it back because she never had it in the first place. But she's trying to get her groove on. She saw Jack Skellington. She's like, you know what? I want that man. I'm going to have that man.
What the hell were you watching? That's not the kind of bone that looked like she wanted. What is wrong with you? I know Tim Burton was doing some adult things, having boxes open with heads out of it and stuff in this movie, and children being eaten. I get that, right? But what were you watching, Rashad? Let me ask you a question. Was the beginning of the movie where they singing the song, or was it like, well, that was my terrible Pornhub beginning, but I watched Pornhub, so that's what it was. Like, what were you watching, my man? What were you watching? Was this a wet dream for you, being the next doctor? You want to commit surgery on Jack Skellington? I want to know what was going through your head when you picked this Pumpkin King. I can't.
This is one of my favorite. When I first saw this movie, the whole aesthetic, the whole thing, I loved it. Spoiler alert, because it just, I'm always a fan of stop motion, and this is coming off. Tim Burton, he did Edward Scissorhands. He was part of, obviously, Batman 1989. We love Batman 1989. That is Tim Burton. Batman Returns. Love the aesthetic that he puts out. And then he puts out this animation, which is actually from a poem that he wrote, about a decade earlier. So, yes. You know, he did terrorize. You know, he is the Pumpkin King. You know, you get the Pumpkin King taking Christmas. You know, you're gonna have a little bit of it skewing towards the horror. You know, but shout out to the animators making all of the kids from all over, you know, the world. You know, we've got a different, you know, there was definitely, I saw the little black boy and little black girl. I was like, okay, representation matters, you know, but that's Disney because they're going to make sure that they appeal to the kids everywhere to make sure that House of Mouse keeps churning out that money. Believe that. But, you know, I can keep going about great things in this movie. You know, again, I love the fact that, you know, the aesthetic was so cool. I mean, you got Halloween mixed with Christmas. You know, that's a whole theme of itself. You know, you got your emo Christmas, or, you know, your what they call pastel goth, you know, because that's the thing too, you know, a brighter goth aesthetic. You know, even though that wasn't really represented here, you could still make a case for it. And, you know, I really like, you know, again, Sandy was, I mean, you saw it. She saw Jack when he comes out strutting his stuff. You know, she was enamored. She saw him, like, oh yeah, I want him. She broke out. You know, she was in a cell in a tower. She leapt from a cell in a tower, fell to pieces, sewed herself back up just so she could get this man some wine that she made. Now that's love right there.
That's terrifying. Watch it twice a year. Oh no.
Yes.
I refuse to watch this movie
Halloween
twice again in my life.
Hit them in both times. That's right.
Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, this movie was the theme of I Love the 90s. This was the next Doctor's pick. My pick was Sister Act. We've already watched House Party, and we've already watched another movie. What was it?
Plastic King.
Yes. Oh, great. It was a great one. All right. We still have 2 more movies to go. Find out we're reviewing this coming Thursday. Last movie episode of the year. Stay with us. You're watching. Let's say we do Aquaman because I'm going to go see it today. Stay with us. You're watching Unpopular Review. Stop.
It is with deep dismay that I inform you that Elizabeth Purr.
I heard she choked on a jawbreaker.
That is so cool.
Are you Cornelia Shane?
Maybe.
Now,
I'm Detective Vera Cruz.
one detective will try to find the face that fits the facts.
You ever seen one of these before?
No.
Take a lot of licks to get one of these things down. It's hard. You frighten me. Learn it.
Best thing about that trailer was the song. I love that song. This was E Boogie's pick, if you can't tell. This is E Boogie's pick from I Love the 90s. Have not seen that movie ever, and I probably will watch it. Oh shit! What? I wonder what channel, what streaming service it comes on, because I probably have to watch this tomorrow at work.
I've never heard of that movie.
You know what? I didn't want to say that on air. I've never heard this movie either, but I think some other people have heard this movie. They're like, "What? It's a classic." You know, I think C also said it. It's like I've never heard of Jawbreak. The only thing I know about Jawbreak is the candy, which obviously this movie was about because somebody died choking on one, which that's inappropriate. That's one of your anyway. We're here. We're watching, or we watched The Nightmare Before Christmas. I keep want to say The Nightmare on Elm Street. The Nightmare Before Christmas is the next Doctor's movie. Please make sure that you check us out for Jawbreaker on Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. Coming up next Tuesday, we don't know what movie we're going to do because we're doing a revamp here at UPRE. Make sure that you follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel, UPRE, Unpopular Review Entertainment. One of them I can't remember right now. Sorry about that. But you can find us. Just look up Unpopular Review Entertainment or right down there. Doing a revamp, and where we're splitting the brand, so to speak, of Unpopular Review. One group on Tuesday, one group on Thursday. Tuesday will be myself here, joining the next Doctor, as well as James J, whatever he wants to call himself that week. But looking forward
Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, Raw. That's basically what it is. It's Raw and SmackDown. Make sure you follow our wrestling channel as well. Jawbreaker, best movie in Ed and Eddie's cul-de-sac. Good game, I guess was that's called. And because I see GG, that's normally what people send after I beat their ass online. Unless I'm playing GTA and I get killed by my own partner in a helicopter as he leaves.
And I'm glad you did.
10 years later, I've never forgiven this guy. It's still the same. It's still the same GTA. All right, which is amazing because it's been a whole decade. Next year. All right, let's get into it. Final thoughts as well. Thumbs up, thumbs down. If you can't tell what it is by now from either one of us, you're the host, so I'll go first. Hey, I usually try to find good in the movie. The movie that was good, thank you to Nostalgia, you mentioned it. I do appreciate the animation in the movie. I think it was done very well. That's the good. The bad is everything else. Oh, no, I do have a good. The good is this was only an hour and 19 minutes, even though it felt like 2 hours. It was only an hour and 19 minutes, and I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you did not know, this is The Line.
Oh my God.
Did I enjoy this movie better than The Batman, which hopefully next year I will find another movie to call The Line? I did not enjoy this movie better than The Batman. I actually was more entertained with The Batman, which is a damn shame. I am not happy with this movie at all. It gets a thumbs down from me.
You know, I can't believe you. You know, this movie is spectacular. And this year, it was selected for preservation by the National Film Registry for being culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. Just goes to show that this has a great and wide appeal because it's such a spectacular movie. It was so well done. It was a funny story, interesting characters, and great animation. This was a great movie. It's definitely a thumbs up from me. And, you know, I wish that there were, I mean, he does have other movies that are in this similar vein. You know, there's even a theory about how they fit into this one, but this movie definitely is a thumbs up. It's always been a thumbs up since the first time I saw it in the theater. Everyone should see this movie. If you haven't, I don't know why, you know, right after this show, go watch it.
If you have not seen this movie, I do recommend that you go watch it because you need to get on my case and tell me how right I am about the fact this movie is not good. Next, Doctor picked a bad movie this month. He has a whole month, actually has a couple days to pick a better movie for next month's theme, which right now is romance. We'll see. I can't believe 3 African-American guys. Hey, what theme you want to pick for next month? Romance. Really? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Being romantic.
I don't know any romance. Spider-Man 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching us here at Unpopular Review for the Pumpkin King. I'm the executive consultant. And join us Thursday for Jawbreaker. I can't stress that enough. That's going to be a good one. I will be on that. It's my last Thursday for a while. But looking forward to it. We will see you right here next time on Unpopular Review. Good night, everybody.